President's pick to fill the next vacancy on the Supreme Court. They've got Amy Coney Barrett. Let's bring in Tennessee Republican Senator Marsha Blackburn, member of the Senate Judiciary Committee. She got to make a statement or two yesterday as well. Senator, good morning to you.
Good morning.
Good morning.
You know, what we heard yesterday from both sides of the aisle was a lot of speechifying. From the Democrats, we heard pretty much in their voice, they know they can't stop her. They know they don't have enough ammunition. They can't derail her. But they've got to appear to their base as if they're pulling out all the stops to do that. And that is why the experts say, suddenly they're saying it's really not about ACB, it's about ACA, the Affordable Care Act.
That's right. That's exactly right. And they spent a good bit of their time yesterday talking about this because there is a case that will come before the court on November 10th. So they would lead up to it by saying that the nomination of and confirmation of Judge Barrett frightens people, it scares people, it terrifies people because they may lose their health care. The problem is people are not going to lose their health care. Pre-existing condition coverage is not going to be taken away, and they know that. But Steve, the thing is, they are concerned that a constitutional court, a court where a majority are constitutionalists, textualists, originalists, would block their plans to take away private health care, private health insurance from 178 million Americans. It would block their plan for D.C. statehood. It would block their plan for the Green New Deal and repealing all the tax cuts, upping the corporate tax rate. That's what they're concerned about.
Senator, we want you to react to this soundbite. This is Senator Leahy, a man, saying that he is worried that this woman, that Judge Coney Barrett, would be harmful to other women. Listen to this.
They're scared that the clock will be turned back to a time when women had no right to control their own bodies and when it was acceptable to discriminate against women in the workplace. And they're scared that your confirmation would result in the rolling back of voting rights, workers' rights, and the rights of the LGBTQ community to equal treatment. These aren't just thoughts. These are real-life implications of decisions made by the court.
I mean, Senator, she's working such a big job. She has 7 children, finished first in her class at Notre Dame. What do you make of his comments?
It was condescending. It was meant to diminish and belittle her. It was very paternalistic. It was disrespectful. And I think that Senator Leahy and many who spoke against her yesterday know that this is just not the truth. We're talking about an eminently qualified, successful legal superstar. And Ainsley, she has earned the right. She has earned the right to be where she is. But as I said in my book that is out right now, and it's all about that bias and prejudice against women from the center and the right. And they're just not going to stop. See, what they're doing is projecting their fears onto the American people. And they are fearful of a pro-life, pro-family, pro-religion, pro-business, pro-military individual on the Supreme Court.
Senator, I'm going to go back to your earlier comments. If Joe Biden is to win the presidency and the majority goes to the Democrats and they try to make D.C. a state, Puerto Rico a state, they try to get rid of the Electoral College, they try to get rid of the filibuster, are you saying that the minority would sue and would go up to the Supreme Court and that's where this whole thing would stop, including the new Green Deal?
We don't know exactly where things would go, Brian, but what we do know is that they do not want the court to tilt. See, the Democrats want activist judges. What we want are textualists and constitutionalists. As Scalia said, sometimes when you're an originalist, sometimes it leads you to a conclusion that you do not like because you're following the Constitution and the law. But that is where your ruling has to be. And that is what you want, somebody that calls balls and strikes. You do not want an activist. We are the body that is to legislate. They're the body to apply the law. And that is what the American people want to see in their court. Not a super legislative body that can deem something to be, but they want a body that is going to call balls and strikes. And that is why they are so fearful of this confirmation for Judge Barrett and are going to do whatever to diminish her in the eyes of the American people.
The ball game starts here in about 2 hours from right now. Senator, thank you very much for joining us live from D.C. By the way, her book...
Delighted to join you.
You bet. Your new book, The Mind of a Conservative Woman, is now out and available wherever you buy books.
And the rest of the title, Steve, that's small, you can't read it there. Seeking the Best for Family and Country.